Bro, I looked down at my. It was 20 after 10, and they were still wrestling, or 20 after 8.
Yeah, they have long matches. They have long matches, and they have good workers.
Yeah, this was way longer than 10 minutes.
And listen to this. So Gargano came out with his little group, Austin Theory and Candice and the other girl.
Mm-hmm.
Another one of the great names that they came up with. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
You know the name of the group?
What?
The Way.
The Way? Yeah, The Way. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Austin Theory gets a pin. Austin Theory's finally getting a little gimmick going on here now because he was just getting beat and then he quit and then so he
had a huge losing streak and now he's finally
he's pretty talented, but he's still a little green. He's still a little. He doesn't like. This is not that he's like green, okay, but the guy will be working his arm, okay, and he'll be working his arm pretty good. Theory will fight out, and the first thing he will do is like grab the guy and hook him like a suplex with the arm that's hurt, like take the guy and throw him.
Right.
And it's like I said, it's just like he's not thinking like, okay, let's not do that right this second. Let's beat him up a little bit, shake my hand off, and then pick him up and do it. So
he hasn't been in the business long, and he's very young. So
he's talented. He's still and all he really needs is detail work. He's got all the moves and the selling and everything, but he just needs the psychology bit.
And they really protect Kushida a lot. And I thought Gargano looked great here.
Yeah,
great punching too.
I missed this. They had a highlight package for Legado del Fantasma. Did you see this?
Yeah, they were just kind of showing a replay of what they've been doing the last couple of weeks when he sat. So just basically a video package of him motivating the other guys.
So Mackenzie Mitchell interviewed Shotzi Blackheart. I missed this.
Very good promo by Shotzi. I can do without the corny how. I wasn't a fan of when, and they were actually called the Wolves or something like that when it was Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards, and they were an Impact and they would howl. I thought that was super JoJo, and I thought it was mega JoJo that for a while they had like a wolf scratch on their chest. That looked dumb. So I'm not a big fan of her howling all the time, but the promo was really good.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the tank.
Yeah, well, the tank, you know what, doesn't look as bad as that other little tank. It's bigger. I'd rather have her come in a real tank on the outside and drive up to the building, jump out, they open a side door, and she goes straight to the ring. But at least this tank doesn't look as toyish and silly as the other one.
But she still howls even there, too. So
she keeps driving up to the ring in that tank, right?
Yeah.
And then like a year goes by, and she gets totally screwed, like, by the Way. Like, the Way screwed. So the next thing you know, the Way is in the ring. They're cutting a promo the day after screwing her over, and she comes in the tank, but this time the tank plows through the doors and plows through the wall and opens fire and just blows them away in the middle of the ring.
Now this tank has smoke and it goes around in circles. Like they've really put some money into this.
So they had the next match is Tyler Rust against Ciampa.
I don't know where this guy came out. I don't know where this guy came from, but what a great wrestler, bro. This was a really long match, though.
It was a long match, and I was getting interested going back and forth to it, but the last 3 minutes were incredible work. They were doing these exchanges like where they're going for submissions and just looked very, very, very good. I think excellent stuff.
And a lot of really cool attempts at arm bars.
Right.
And also when they were in the corner, I don't know if you saw this spot where they were in the corner, they were pulling each other into the post.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That was really cool too. Really good, man. I like this Russ guy. And then Thatcher comes out. He looks like an idiot again. I don't know why they keep burying Thatcher.
I told you why.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be a fake tough guy. But if that's not the story, they make him look really bad every week. I think the guy hit him with a kick too, Rust.
Yeah.
Do you think Ciampa has a little bit of stroke now with NXT where he wants to be there because he seems like he's the main event guy, one of the main event guys there? I
think so.
He didn't want to go anywhere else.
Right. I think so. Yeah, I think they're like, I don't want to go there unless you guys are there to protect me. And if it takes 5 years, I'll stay here 5 years.
Because he does solid work. I agree with you. He's really, really good.
So is Gargano. They both are. Ciampa and Gargano are great. And the match after this was incredible. But go ahead.
Okay, so after the match, who's this guy that came down and said something to the kid, the Rush kid?
Did
you see that when somebody came to ringside and was like giving Rust a pep talk? Like he goes, "You're a star." It was just some black guy. I didn't know what was going on there.
I missed it.
Let me look at my
Yeah, let
notes.
me see here.
Or whatever. Okay, so the next thing, okay, I missed this. I missed this
Oh,
too.
that's that guy that used to be I forgot his name, but he was a manager.
Yeah,
The black
Oh,
guy
that-
that was a manager. What's his
What's
name?
his name? He's got a really weird name.
his name
right?
is Malcolm Bivens in WWE.
No, but he had
he's
another name before that.
Stokely Hathaway.
Stokely Hathaway, yeah, because he was in MLW. So he's a guy that he's like a manager. So I guess maybe he's going to be managing him.
All right, so I missed this too. They had a cross vignette.
Mm-hmm.
That was yep.
All right, so I missed that. So then they cut to Dexter. Though Dexter Lumis is drawing something on his tablet. He
Right.
drew a logo so the guy can draw. He's an artist. All right, whatever. So then Kyle O'Reilly and Pete Dunne come to ringside. But Kyle O'Reilly comes out with Undisputed. They got a good ring entrance, the ring song. That's a pretty cool song they come out to. You know,
Yeah.
it's like a good energy and stuff. They come out. Then Dunn comes out with the two tag team guys. So then so Dunn and O'Reilly are staring at each other in the ring. Okay, they have the face off. Outside the ring, all these guys start fighting each other. Yeah. So the Dave, the kid's name? The big guy with the little guy. What's his name? Drake Maverick and Killian Dane.
Yeah.
Start fighting.
Harry
So
Balls
then-
Mahoney.
Right. So then, who else comes out?
The Brizango,
Breezango,
the Undisputed Era.
Undisputed Era. They all start fighting with each other.
Right. And these guys are they're like face to face while everybody's fighting outside.
Right, everybody's fighting. They're not. They're focused on each other. So that was
Right.
actually pretty good. Then they started off with the good, like hockey, kind of like a hockey fight
Right.
brawl. Like they started.
Right.
They looked good.
Good punches. Yeah. Back and
Right.
forth. Yeah.
They were like swinging hard at each other. But I
Right.
guess they practiced it because they were just at enough distance where you really wouldn't be able to tattoo the guy, but it looked like you were probably hitting.
Yeah.
the guy,
They
you know?
were throwing punches and slaps.
Yeah, right. It was good. It's good
Yeah.
stuff. It started off hot. And bro, these guys just work really. This
That was a great match.
this is a good style for feuds. You know, because it's hard hitting. It's wrestling. It's like they got
It's
to.
physical. It was
They're
brutal.
incorporating a lot of martial arts but not overdoing it and stuff. It's just good stuff. You know.
Yeah.
And Kyle O'Reilly, 22 minutes this thing went. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but it was really good.
Yeah, and you can tell there's been a lot of detail putting a lot of the finishes in this.
Yeah,
in this
there were that nothing against AEW, bro, but they cannot hold a candle to these guys' work rate.
No, the AEW could use some guys like this.
Right,
Like
you're right.
Undisputed Era, well, they'd be great in AEW. You know,
Well, they probably wouldn't put them on Dynamite
I was
though.
about to say they would have Orange Cassidy kick him or something like.
They'd have Private Party beat him in the second match or something.
Well, no, they would try to come in and get heat on the Young Bucks.
They wouldn't let him.
And Frankie and Chris Daniels would stop them.
The Private Party and Top Flight would run out and prevent it.
Right.
And then we'd have the 8-man tag match next week. And
Right.
the Private Party goes right.